Bitterly cold at Taylor's Avenue this evening as Gary Havering and his Larne side arrive looking to stamp their ticket to a 6th consecutive County Antrim Shield final. Standing in their way, their East Antrim Derby rivals, Carrick Rangers. Say bitterly cold. Temperature showing that it feels like -5 here at Taylor's Avenue this evening, and you can really feel it. Here's Gallagher. Carrick force a turnover in possession. Carrick look to break. Here's Crow. Nice through ball into the path of Heatley. Ferguson takes the angle away and makes the early save with his leg. Ridley. Ball down the line on the right hand side and turned over again. Carrick will look to counter. Here's Leckie. Edge of the box. Leckie gets a shot away. Good defensive work from Nolan. Benji McGee picks up the ball inside the Larne half. That's another lovely individual run from Benji McGee. Through ball is just a bit too heavy for Lusty. Crow again on the halfway line. Carrick press forward on the left hand side. There's a ball into the near post. Leckie gets a touch on it and Carrick have the lead. 35 minutes gone and the hosts take a 1-0 lead in this Shield semi. It's a tight ball from Snoddy. Drops in at the near post. Miscommunication between the two Larne defenders and Rowan Ferguson. Leckie sneaks in between. Ball in. Back post. It's in the net again. Flag is up. Just 4 minutes after taking the lead, Carrick once again have the ball in the net, but Larne are spared by the flag. And Larne trail by a goal at the half. Long ball from Pengelly. Drops on the halfway line. Graham plays the ball back to Ferguson. Didn't get the touch he wanted. Carrick take possession. Gibson finds Leckie at the near post. Just wide of the target. Good ball to Benji McGee in space. Underlap and run from Graham. Plays it forward to Lusty. Forces Pengelly into the save and gets Larne the corner. Ball in, and it's 1-each. It's Ryan Nolan on his 50th appearance for Larne, who evens the score in the 54th minute. Good delivery, drops onto the head of Nolan. Clinical header, and it's 1-each. Larne's free kick, bouncing and bobbling around the edge of the area. The visitors keep possession in the box, and it's a chip ball. Ridley at the back post, turned away. Free kick taken quickly. Possession turned over. Paul O'Neill off to the races. Can't get the finish. Carrick's corner. And it's Larne who look to counter. O'Neill and Lusty on the left-hand side. Scott is beaten by O'Neill. O'Neill has Lusty. It's a good tackle. And Carrick halt the charge. Larne's corner then, 81st minute. Pressing for a winner. Chaos in the box momentarily with Lusty. Carrick come out in possession, turned over again. Lusty tries to get a shot away, skips wide off the deflection. Another set piece from Larne. Another dangerous ball. And the ball's loose in the box. Big shouts for a penalty from the away stand. Ball was trapped between a Larne jersey and a Carrick jersey. And that's going to do it for the 90. We will go straight to the penalty shootout for a place in the County Antrim Shield final. Carrick have substituted Scott Pengelly for Nathan Gartside for the purposes of the shootout. Cricky Gallagher has the unenviable task of going first. And he tucks it away. Gallagher goes to his left-hand side, beats Gartside. Jack Scott versus Rowan Ferguson for Carrick's first penalty. Ferguson goes the right way, but the ball sneaks under him. It's one each. Conor McKendry. McKendry scores, but only just. Gartside will feel aggrieved not to have saved that. Crow is denied by Ferguson. It's 2-1 Larne. Here's Sean Graham. Graham with Larne's third penalty. That's a cool walk up and a cool finish from Sean Graham. Gibson, denied by Ferguson. Jordan McInnes with number 4. And it's a save from Nathan Gartside. Aidan Steele tries to keep the ball still on that penalty spot. Steele down the middle, converts. And it's keeper on keeper as Rowan Ferguson steps up to face Nathan Gartside. Ferguson, save Gartside. If Heatley scores, we are going to sudden death. And he does. Tucks it away calmly into the left-hand side. Cormac Austin. Austin hits the post. Jimmy Gallagher then has the game. And he buries it. Carrick Rangers are going to the County Antrim Shield final.
Guy, disappointing night here as we lose on penalties in the County Antrim Shield semi-final at Carrick.
Yeah, no, disappointing at the end of the game the way we did. Now we had it there to be won, and we just didn't take it. And it's just one of them ones. The boys stepped up to hit them, and when it goes to penalties, it's a bit of a lottery like that. We were in control of it, and listen, the goalkeeper's made a great save in that. There, the last 2 saves that he makes is a fantastic saves in that. Like you mean, and that's the luck of the draw of a goalkeeper. You can either be a hero or you're not. Like you mean, and tonight, the Gartside comes on off a bench there for a minute cameo in the game, and he sees it out. But my bigger thing is we should have killed the game. We had a couple of chances there, like I mean, that we went through on goal, and we probably should have killed it off. But listen, it is what it is. It was a difficult game, difficult conditions, windy and down here, and it was bobbly enough pitch. And I can't be too hard on the boys. Not like you mean, listen, County Antrim Shield is great. It's been great to us as a club. It's been a great competition to win, but it's not our priority. I say that, and that's not taking anything away from the fact as we're out of it. We desperately wanted to get the final. We desperately wanted to give the fans as many days out and out there and compete for every single trophy. So it is, but we've got another game on Friday, and we've got to turn our attention to that very quickly.
In the game itself, probably a game of two halves. The team with the win, really, with the team pushing for it, Carrick in the first half and us in the second.
Yeah, and Carrick had a good chance in that there to extend their lead in that before we broke down and scored from a set piece. But at that point then I felt we should have gone on and won the game. We had a bit more control of it. You know, we struggled to deal with Lecky a wee bit. I've told the boys not, like, you mean, so I'm not saying something I didn't say in there. We struggled with his size. He's awkward, he's big, and he held the ball in well, and he gave them a platform to get up. When they go back to front very quickly, they go into him and it's stuck on the front line, and it allowed them to get up and support him. When we could have been better in that department. We could have been better about the early pressure that we had in the game, and we moved the ball really lively without really hurting them or asking any questions to the goalkeeper. So my bigger criticism is, have we worked the goalkeeper enough? And we haven't because we haven't hit the target in that there with the chances that we had.
Yeah, I guess the shootout, we're 3-1 up. We only need one of the last two penalties and we win it. Is it disappointing to haven't got ourselves in their really commanding position, just not to quite have seen it out from there?
Yeah, for sure, like you mean, but it's not a criticism of people who are brave enough to step up and hit, like you mean. And listen, there was other people everybody put their hand up and that, like, you know, we just picked a 5 and that, and that's what happens. Listen, we were in a control. We looked like we probably couldn't lose it, but we found a way to lose it. So we did, you know what I mean. But listen, no criticism of anybody who stepped up and hit, like I mean. It's one of them ones. Rose one in particular is a very, very good save, like, you know what I mean. So credit to Gart's side rather than any criticism of the players.
Disappointing not to get the final when we're so close to it, but has to fuel us for the Irish Cup and the League Cup. They're still up for grabs. For sure, like you mean, but I think Friday's obviously the most important. Like you mean, he says, like, we turn our attentions now to Glenavon, so we do, and our full attentions we recover after tonight. You know, if I wouldn't have minded extra time in the game and that if it meant, you know, going on and winning the game, and I felt we were in the ascendancy and I thought chances were coming for us. But at the same time, and like you mean, extra 30 minutes with a league game on Friday is a tough turnaround, a quick turnaround, and it's exactly what we need. Just get straight back in there and Denver Park and go and play face Glenavon on Friday. Yeah, we've been so good at Inver Park. We've only dropped 2 points there all season, and Glenavon are coming, the team bottom of the league, but we've already seen this season that it's really not as straightforward as that, is it? No, far from it, and you can see their result the other week there against Glentoran. Like, they're a dangerous side, and they're scrapping for absolutely everything, new manager and everything else, you know, that comes with that. So it is. So we need to be at our best and that, like, you know, and I believe we will be. Just finally, no Tiernan O'Connor in the squad tonight. Was he rested or is there an injury there? Yeah, listen, we didn't take any risk with him. We were not risking Mark Randall, you know, the 2 games in the week, so quick turnaround, especially with a game next Tuesday as well. We never risked Leroy Miller, like, I mean, again, it was just aren't only the same. So there's no, everybody's fit and that, they're ready to go. It's just a case of picking a team I felt could go out here and do the job tonight.